I worry constantly about my father.
A man is talking to us about a brutal attack that targeted his elderly father at a Wolfe County home. Now someone faces charges in the case.
We're tracking an investigation on the University of Kentucky campus. UK leaders say a student was injured by a falling tree limb.
It's become a big issue in the race for Kentucky governor. Where do the three candidates stand on the future of coal in the Commonwealth?
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening to you, and thanks for being here with us. It started with an elderly man being brutally beaten in his Wolfe County home, and police say it led to a chase.
Tonight, his daughter's boyfriend has been charged with the assault. Police say they arrested both the daughter and her boyfriend after the chase in the victim's truck. Today, our Victor Puente talked to the victim's frustrated son. But first, a warning, you may find some of these pictures next in this story disturbing. It's our top story at 6.
The injuries 79-year-old William Turner suffered last week left him unable to see out of his left eye until the swelling went down. Turner's son says his father was attacked after he refused to drive his sister and her boyfriend to Clay City.
And he told him he couldn't go. He didn't see well at night, and he wasn't going to drive after dark.
Turner says before his father was attacked, he was already in the process of dialing 911. When paramedics arrived, the 79-year-old was on the floor, bleeding from his head.
He didn't answer, and the county law and the ambulance were here within 2 minutes.
At first, Turner refused treatment, but his son says he eventually got a CAT scan, which showed there was no permanent damage.
He had a lot of trauma to his head and his neck and his chest. Some bruising showed up a couple of days later.
Stanton police say they caught Amanda Talby and Daniel Strange coming off the ramp into Stanton, and when they tried to stop them, they both ran off. They say they found Strange trying to hide in a shed and caught Talby walking down a nearby road. Today, an assault charge was filed against Daniel Strange. That joins his previous charges of fleeing or evading, reckless driving, and wanton endangerment. In Wolfe County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Amanda Talby is charged with fleeing or evading. She has been released from the Powell County Jail.
New tonight, a University of Kentucky student is recovering from a serious injury after being hit by a falling tree limb on campus. It happened just after 7 last night near Scoville Hall along Washington Avenue. UK leaders say the student was attending a class outside the building when the limb fell. They say he was taken to UK hospital with a severe head injury. His condition is not known tonight. UK leaders say a second student suffered minor injuries from the limb. Investigators are trying to figure out why the limb fell.
Tonight, firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused a large fire that damaged a Lexington warehouse. The fire started overnight at the Premier Recycling Warehouse near the intersection of Newtown Pike and Hickory Street. The company said there was 200,000 pounds of flammable material inside. Firefighters say that caused the fire to quickly spread. People living nearby say it caused some tense moments.
This is real crazy. I mean, the whole neighborhood was scared. You know, it was a whole lot of explosion. We ain't used to that.
No one was injured in the fire. Firefighters say they have put out all of the hot spots and they left the scene a few hours ago. The building has been turned back over to the owner.
Tonight, we are learning more about the investigation into a threatening message that shut down a central Kentucky school district. There was no school today for Bergen Independent students. The Mercer County Sheriff says 2 students noticed the message on a restroom wall in the school yesterday afternoon. The superintendent says classes were canceled today as a precaution and to give deputies enough time to investigate. The sheriff says investigators are looking at surveillance video outside the restroom and talking to students.
We're not really going to discuss what's written on there due to the fact that we're still in the middle of the investigation and we're doing interviews.
The sheriff says a $1,000 reward is being offered for information leading to those responsible for the threatening message.
It's been another sunny and warm day across the state, but this great fall weather will not last much longer. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's been talking for over a week about the changes, and he's got more. Chris?
And I'm almost tired of talking about them. Let's go ahead and change it up. It's coming anyway. Can't do anything about it except enjoy the remaining hours that we have of the nice weather today and your Friday, too. Live look outside the station. Gorgeous sky again as the sun gets ready to call it quits. Down to 74. Humidity not bad at all at 48. 98%. Winds have been a little gusty today from the southwest, and that's been a warm wind that is blowing across the Commonwealth of Kentucky, with this high pressure weakening a little bit across the Carolinas. Cold front to our north, never going to quite sink into central and eastern Kentucky. It's the front that is back across the Rocky Mountains and the Plain States that we will track into town as we go toward our weekend. Snowing on the backside of that, it's that season in the Rocky. Showers, thunderstorms ahead of that, and as it bowls its way toward the east, weekend rain and wind on the way to central and eastern Kentucky. That is the first of a couple of storm systems I am tracking, and the one that comes in behind it for next week is likely to be the bigger of the two. We will time that one in here. Still a week away, in some cases in a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Just in time for the flu season, the Fayette County Health Department is giving free flu shots tonight. The Health Department's annual free flu shot clinic is being held right now at Consolidated Baptist Church on Russell Cave Road. Health leaders expect to give about 1,500 flu shots at the clinic tonight. Anyone 6 months or older can get one.
Well, the flu shot's the best way to avoid getting the flu. Each year, about 36,000 people nationally die from the flu, which that sounds like a lot, and it's something that can be avoided in many circumstances.
The free flu shot clinic continues until 7 o'clock tonight.
Just this week, there was a sign of the trickle effect of eastern Kentucky's struggling coal economy. Corbin CSX laid off 180 employees because of the significant decline in the region's coal traffic. Now, with less than 2 weeks until Kentuckians elect a new governor, what do people in counties that rely on the coal economy want from the candidates? Miranda Combs went to Letcher County to find out.
During debates over the past months, all three candidates for Kentucky's governor have said coal does have a future in the state. Independent Drew Curtis said as long as coal has the price power, coal companies are in charge. Democrat Jack Conway says the next governor needs to figure out how to make coal marketable. And Republican Matt Bevins said the bridge from where we are to where we are going will be built of coal. But counties that mine coal are struggling. The mines are shutting down, and officials are scrambling to figure out where to go from here.
A lot of times I'll shut that door and just look at it.
Its message is to try something, and if it fails, try something else.
The biggest thing above all, try something.
This has been on the back of Jim Ward's door since he became Letcher County's judge executive almost a decade ago.
But you can't just give up. That's the thing. You just can't give up.
His county is struggling financially.
It's really going to be some real tough decisions that nobody's going to want to make, but it will be a have to make.
Before 2012, coal severance money came in at about $700,000 a quarter.
You times that by 4, you're looking at $3.5, $4 million.
Last quarter, the coal severance tax paid Letcher County $205,000.
We're going through numbers right now to see how much money we have to have.
A big hit, Ward says, one they saw coming but couldn't overcome.
You have to look at today and tomorrow, but you better be looking 20, 25 years down the road.
Because the past was fruitful. In Ward's younger days, he says there were probably 70 active coal mines in the county, and for many, it was a family business.
The one hard hat was my dad's, and the other one was mine.
They now sit as reminders of a past way of life, one they're still coming to grips with leaving behind.
You hear nothing, you see nothing. It's just here.
When did this one close?
This one's been closed probably 3 years.
This was one of the biggest plants in the area. There were about 50 people who worked here, and that number multiplied throughout the county.
You know, come down the road, we just come down, you'd probably make 20, 25 trucks.
I didn't see any.
Didn't see any.
The emptiness here, though, Ward says, leaves room for growth.
We just have to try to figure out different ways to diversify our economy.
It's like the little things that get us.
Brad Shepard just opened Heritage Kitchen on Main Street.
Which one's the slate paper? There you go. I think that's the thermal.
He has 8 employees.
You can't depend on one thing. We've depended on one thing for too long.
And says the talk in his restaurant isn't sadness.
But they'd also like to place an order for pickup when they're done, okay?
But quite the opposite.
All of the answers aren't there yet. It feels different. And there's some optimism, like, you know, we're going to find a way.
Trying to diversify our economies and see what works, what doesn't work. We're going to recruit new jobs in it. That's what we have to look at.
Ward says they need the next governor's help.
Our key phrase this year is don't give up.
They need ideas to grow their economy when overgrown coal mines are hard to look past.
That's what we got to realize. That, you know, there's always a way to figure out how to do something. The biggest thing above all, try something.
In Letcher County, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
Several new restaurants have opened in the past couple of months in Whitesburg, which officials say is a help to the economy. They're also expecting a federal prison in the county in the next few years. Ward also says legislation for coal counties to get 100% coal severance tax will also be introduced in the next session. Democrat Jack Conway and Republican Matt Bevin are taking part in a debate Sunday night at 6 on the EKU campus. It will air live here on WKYT. You can ask the candidates questions on Twitter using the hashtag KYDebate.
If you're looking for a place to eat this weekend, there's a new option in downtown Lexington. What the owner says makes it different than other restaurants next.
And then a couple of UK students will be receiving an unexpected gift from Coach Cal at next week's Blue-White scrimmage.